Hi guys, I just want this one on record. At the time, 2016, December 2016, my daughter was 6 years old. Her name is Stephanie Rossetti, and Stephanie Rossetti is an autistic child. And what happened basically, at her school in Gardeners Road in Rosebery, New South Wales, Australia, there was a teacher in the special unit. Her name is Mrs Hume. And what actually happened was when I went to go and pick up my daughter, she twisted my daughter's head and against the wheel. She manhandled my daughter. Even 3 years on, actually 3 years on, it's nearly 4 years, almost 4 years on, it will be December this year. I still think it was not just manhandled, but I believe it was abuse and excessive force to twist my daughter's head at least 180 degrees. And I reported this to the New South Wales Education Department, and I also reported it to the school and a lot of other people, or a lot of other departments. And there was a case that was opened, and they spoke to me about it. And I'm getting to the point where, almost 3.5 years on, I think the case needs to be examined again. It was, I should have put it towards the commission, the Royal Commission, when in terms of child abuse in the schools. And at the time, there was another boy that was getting abused by this Gardeners Road public school, so public primary school, Gardeners Road public primary school. And that hit the papers, but the school wasn't named. But I want to make it public that it was Gardeners Road Public Primary School that not only abused that boy, but also abused my little girl at 6 years old. She is now 10, and nothing has been done about it. The education department had connected with me, but what hasn't been done about it is that the education department, the government department, didn't report it to another government department, let's call it docs or facts. And I think what's interesting is they didn't report it, and this is where I believe the corruption is. And I think I've tried to contact ICAC and see who's responsible for this. So the teacher no longer works at the school, but the school has not been held accountable. This is very serious, guys. So the school not being held accountable for an incident that happened with my daughter at 6 years old. And it's just, it's shocking, guys. I hope it gets investigated, but you know what? I doubt that anyone's going to be held accountable. And these things, they changed the policies at the school, I think, because of the case. And I remember, going through some things there. But one thing that didn't happen was the Department of Human Services never got involved, and I believe they should have. Like a parent can be charged for abuse or neglect, I believe that a teacher at the special unit, also any teacher really, not just in New South Wales, if they are caught abusing children, I believe that they should get the book, and this is something that I've been fighting for the last 4 years almost. So yeah, I just wanted it out there, guys. So Mrs Humes is the teacher that caused the abuse to my daughter Stephanie Rossetti. And at the time, there's been a few people that have left, but those that have remained have been Wendy Fox. But I don't think anything's been done about this particular issue. So this one here has not been it's not been accounted for. So the accountability there has not been addressed. And do I take it to ministers that I know, senators that I know, or do I take it to the Royal Society back in London? And it's an interesting case. I want to do it legally, and I want to go by the book. And the thing is, I do want to lay charges. They actually caused a lot of stress, not only to my child, but also us as parents. And the other lady that had the child abused, he actually has moved on into another school, and it never ever got it never got to see the light of day. The media got to it, but nothing really happened, even though they had physical evidence of the marks and things. So with Steph, it was more that she touched the head and she moved it across like that. And my daughter, she's autistic. She barely speaks, but I saw it with my own eyes, and I could swear on my whole family. I have another 2 daughters, and I swear that what I saw and just was not justified whatsoever. And I will take this this matter higher. I don't think the Education Department of New South Wales has really helped at all with this situation. I got no apologies for the mistreatment of Stephanie Rossetti. She's not only an Australian citizen, but she's also an Italian citizen. It is appalling. And I could swear, but I'm not swearing. I'm actually seeing it, and it's just shocking. I do not want this to happen to any other parent. So I just hope that not only the Department of Education that was not held accountable for the mistreatment of my daughter, that December of 2016, it was just swept under the rug, guys, and not good at all. It didn't go to Department of Human Services, didn't go to a human rights thing, and surely didn't go to an organisation that looks after the safety of those living with disabilities. It is a low act, and I don't want it to happen to anyone else. How could you do that to someone with a disability, living with a disability, not only autism, but also Fragile X, to move ahead this way like this, 180 against her own will, is appalling. I hope it gets some sort of attention. I will be forwarding this video onto the right people that will protect my daughter Stephanie. And we'll just need to wait and see what actually happens. I think that the government doesn't want to hold these people accountable. She's obviously gone, and the lady was a grandmother or something. I don't know. I think she was like semi-retired or something. But I believe the school should be held responsible, especially the support unit. There's got to be something there, and the compensation of stress, the compensation of I guess it was duty of care. So the missed duty of care for my child Stephanie at the age of 6, shocking. But anyway, have a good evening, and I hope that this can be rectified. All the best.